Again, Raul Sesin, General Manager of Drainage District Number 1, and yes, I am a Crimson Tide, Class of 93 Roll Tide. So I prepared just a little presentation just to kind of go over some of the stuff that we've been doing. The judge pointed out that McAllen does support a lot of the efforts that we do drainage-wide. When we go for a bond, it's a district-wide election, it definitely helps us to have this funding in place so we can continue to do what we do, which is mitigate during the storm event and after the storm event, so we can prevent from the flooding that takes place that affects our whole community. So this is just a quick picture of one of our major projects that we have, which is our Mission Lateral. That you can see the left picture there shows the existing condition, and then the one in the center is the actual construction, and the right is Hurricane Hannah. And anyone that knows the area, that's right there on Benson, just north of 495 on the west side. And that middle picture, those residents in that area were affected during the 2018 rain event, but in Hannah you can see that it was all dry. So when we implement these projects, it definitely helps the community, and especially keep that tax base and preserve the improvements that are being done. Okay. Just for the benefit, we are governed by the board of directors. The judge and the 4 commissioners serve as the board of directors for the drainage district. We are a separate taxing entity. This is just a little layout of our county. We serve, geographically, we cover about 50% of the county. However, we serve 90% of the urbanized area of the county. And you can see how the terrain drops from the west to the east to the center part. It's an abrupt drop, and then it starts slowing down. So as the judge mentioned, we do have a lot of challenges in drainage because we are a delta, it's very flat. And everything that we take out goes into the Laguna Madre. We have 3 ways of getting water out. We have the floodway system, the north and the south floodway system. We have the Arroyo Colorado, and then we have our north main floodwater channel. And those are the only ways to get water out of our area. The 4th project that we're working on the north side is the Rainbow Drain. That's an ongoing project. It is a federal project. It's taken time to get that moving, but it's still something that we're looking and investing and developing to help carry that water when we do have those rain events. I know the judge is going to cover the drought condition we're in right now, but eventually we get into a cycle of wet season, and we just need to continue to be prepared so when we get those events, we're able to manage that water better. 2018 bond referendum, we had a $190 million bond referendum went out, and it was successfully passed with about 70% of the vote. Right now, we're in the process of investing that money. Combined, we're almost 3/4 of the way there as far as construction and what's been completed. The design portion of 33% is really permitting issues that we're having or acquisition. I know that a lot of people say, hey, my taxes, I don't want my land to be worth so much when it comes to taxes, but when it comes to acquisition, they say, no, it's worth downtown New York City, right? So those are the challenges that we run into when we go to acquire. So that's why you see that there, the 33%. A lot of that is an acquisition form that we're working on right now. We do have this information available on our website, acdd1.org, GIS maps. You click on that and you'll see 2018 bond projects dashboard. That's an interactive site that we have that talks about where we are with 2018. One of the things that we started here recently was, when I took over in 2015, was we want to be transparent. We want to show what we're doing with the money that has been entrusted to us and where that money is being invested. And that website, if you click on it, will show you exactly where the projects are, the level of improvements those projects are, where that money's being spent, design, construction, and so forth. Same thing in bond 2023. Here recently we had another approval. 67% of the voters came out and voted for this bond as well. Currently right now we're under construction a quarter of the projects, and this one differs a little bit than 2018 because this one's mainly focused on our main drain system, which we own a lot of the right-of-way, so we can quickly get to construction. We plan to develop a lot of this work in-house as well, and we outsourced out some work as well, but we are putting that out for construction quicker than we are 18 because we're not having to acquire that right away and other things, other challenges that we run into when we do that. Again, the website is available there, 2023 bond project dashboard. It's interactive, you can click. and see where the progress is with those projects that are assigned to the 23 RUN program. Other things that we're doing, it's not just the bond that we focus on. We do have other projects that we've been working on with the General Land Office, with different entities. Combined here, as you can see, the Flood Infrastructure Fund and things, combined we have about over $70 million of grant money that we're working with, applying for, so we can use our local money, leverage it against state and federal money so we can continue to do drainage improvements. So it's not just local bond money that was approved, it's other monies that we're bringing down as well. The leadership of the judge and the commissioners, we're going after this money so we can continue to do drainage improvements and continue to utilize that extra money that's available. The other pending items that we have here, you can see here, total amount is over $90 million that we're working with right here, applications that we have pending. So combined, if we're successful in this, we should have combined roughly about $160 million of more drainage improvements that we're doing. And we're able to do that because we have the voter approval at the drainage district through the bond issuance that I've mentioned, that we can go out and seek this money and use our local money leverage to get this money to our area. So that's beyond just the bond money that we're working on. Information there we have, again, my email, we have two assistant GM, Ms. Yvette Barrera, who was with the City of McAllen, and Mr. Omar Saldua was the city engineer for FAR. They're my assistant GMs. Actually, they've been with the district now for 3 years. And here, Mr. Salazar is my chief of staff. He's also available. We're definitely available via email or phone, or through the judge's office. Any questions that come up, we're here to answer and to listen. So I greatly appreciate the opportunity to make this just brief presentation and everything. Judge, if you want me to wait on the questions, we can definitely wait, or however you want to do it, sir.
Take care of any questions now, dealing with drainage.
Yes, sir.
When you acquire property, sometimes you have to buy excess property because the landowner doesn't want to end up with a third of the property.
Yes, sir.
Possession next to the home. How do y'all have a method of disposing of that excess property?
Usually when we acquire, we look at if there is a remnants or something left over that we definitely have to acquire, we incorporate as part of the project. Very seldom do we actually surplus the property and go put it back on the market. Traditionally, when we look at that, we evaluate what we're acquiring and what the need is, and if it's something that it just doesn't make sense to leave that piece because of the appraisal value and what it's going to be used for, we traditionally incorporate it as part of the project and try to make it an improvement for that area.